Well, if you've gotten this far to get to this particular video, most likely you've already seen the Khan Academy video, you've tried the Khan Academy problem set, perhaps you've gotten to where you could answer all questions right. Maybe you got all four right and you got 100% on the Khan problem set. And then it came to the mastery quiz and you did not get 100% on that and you're hoping to learn this concept. And maybe you even saw my solutions to the first mastery quiz problems, and then maybe you even saw the video and watched that. That was a really helpful video as well. This particular video, I'm going to put a little slant on it. This is kind of like a hack for these kind of problems. So if you set it up correctly, I'll tell you when to take a picture of this and just keep this image with you, and you can answer any of these empirical rule problems. So as you could see, I divided the first section within one standard deviation of the mean. I divided that in half. And we should know again that 68% of the population would be found within one standard deviation of the mean. We should know that this normal distribution, this bell-shaped curve, is symmetrical with respect to the mean, that number right in the middle. So that symmetry is going to really help us, because if 68% of the data is contained within one standard deviation of the mean, if you cut that in half, then the section between the mean and one standard deviation to the right is half of 68, and then that little section between 9 and 10, so one standard deviation to the left of the mean and the mean, is also 34. So 34% of the data is contained to the left of the mean and then to the right of the mean. So that's the 34 and the 34. And then if you look at the next little section, so we're gonna see, well, what percentage of the data is in that section between 11 and 12? Well, that's when we have to take our 95. We take 95 and we subtract 68. See how much we have left. 95 minus 68 is 27. So we have 27% of the data has to be shared between those two sections. So we have to split that in two. And if you divide 27 by 2, you get 13.5. So 13.5 is the percentage of the data that's in between 11 and 12, and then it's also in between 8 and 9, but more generally, 13.5% of the data is contained between 1 and 2 standard deviations of the mean. And so let's do that again to figure out the percentage of the data that falls between 2 and 3 standard deviations of the mean. And that's when we have to take our 99.7 and we subtract our 95 to see how much we have left. So that gives us 4.7. And so 4.7% of the data, again, has to be shared between two of these sections. And so if we divide 4.7 by 2, we get 2.35. So 2.35% of the data is between 2 and 3 standard deviations to the right, and 2.35% of the data is between 2 and 3 standard deviations to the left of the mean. Now we have that one little final section to the right of 3 and to the left of 3 standard deviations from the mean. And if we want to find that out, what easier to do would be to subtract the 99.7 from 100. So if we take 100 and we subtract 99.7, that gives us 0.3. So we have 0.3% of the data remaining to be split between those two little sections. And again, this normal shaped curve is symmetrical with respect to the mean, which means that these two sections have the same area. And if they have the same area, if we divide 0.3 by 2, we get 0.15. So 0.15, let me do that up here. 0.15 is the area of that region right there, or in other words, 0.15% of the data is less than 7 here, or less than 3 standard deviations to the left of the mean. And then also, let me erase some of this stuff. Where can I find an eraser? There we go. So then we can also recognize that 0.15% of the data is contained to the right of 3 standard deviations from the mean. So this is what I want you to take a picture of, and let me clean it up a little bit, and you can rewind the video if you need these numbers. But if we clean this up a little bit here, we have all the numbers we need, and then we're going to use these numbers in the next video. So I'll show you how that works.